So we've been talking a lot about like some character things, some thematic things, what we want to see coming from Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which is dropping in 9 days, if you can believe it. 9 days from Rebirth. Woo! The hype! The hype! It's real. Tomorrow, we get the Junon demo, right? Y'all know I'm all over that because I can't wait to jump in and experience the world with the chat. I want to hear the new chatter. I want to experience the new things we can do. I want to check out those menus. I want to see if they give us anything as far as like crafting, what we can gather about crafting and things like that. The little things, right? So tomorrow, that demo drops. I think I saw somewhere where it's dropping at 4 p.m. Eastern, but I'm not. That's not confirmed. That's just something I've read, so I'm not really sure. If anybody knows for sure, please post a comment below and tag my name so I can see it. Also, I will be going on and streaming that 2 streams tomorrow. We got Nintendo tomorrow, and when the Junon demo goes live tomorrow night, I will be on streaming it. So I'm going to wait and stream it with you all. That will be the first time I play it. If it drops earlier in the day, I'm not going to play it until I get to stream it later. So don't worry about that. I want to change gears a little bit as far as the Rebirth coverage. We've been talking a lot about character stuff and story stuff and projections and my thoughts on the remake saga as a whole. I do want to talk about a character today, but I want to talk about a character we're not playing as. I want to talk about a story character who I think is going to be so important in this game as far as like giving us a perspective of what's going on in the tale aside from our main party, giving us another perspective on what's going on. And that's Rufus Shinra. I have started to do Rufus videos in the past. I've started even trying to script them and everything. And look, if y'all don't know, I'm unscripted. I come off the cuff. I might make a few notes or whatever, but I don't type up like a dissertation and do like a video essay. Look, that ain't me. Y'all know that ain't me. You get complete, raw, off the cuff thoughts as they're entering my head in these videos. So I do think a little bit about them beforehand, but mainly what you get is me, unbridled thoughts, and today it's going to be about Rufus Shinra. So look, in that trailer they showed, like the most recent trailer they showed, an emissary from Wutai coming in, and he's being introduced by Sung, and it's Rufus Shinra looks surprised when he sees him or whatever. Everybody's been saying, well, not everybody, but a popular opinion or theory I've been seeing is that is Rufus Shinra. The guy's name, Sir, I forgot what the guy's name was. You all can enlighten me in the comments, as you always enlighten me. I'm sure you will this time as well. Whatever his name was. Everybody's, it's Rufus backwards. There's a way to spell it as Rufus backwards. Look, that doesn't need to be Rufus. That's probably a code name for somebody, but I think it's Sonon. I think it's Sonon. That would lend credence to the idea that the Rufus we're seeing is like a double or something like that. If that's a double, that's Rufus, like a second Rufus. I don't like that because it unnecessarily convolutes everything. But it would give credence to the idea that the Yuffie we saw in intermission and the Sonon and Yuffie we saw in intermission were a Sonon and Yuffie from that other world, right? So the Sonon in Cloudnum's world would be the one that's the emissary from Wutai, and that would. The reason I like that is because that lends itself to the story of what's maybe going on in the main plot. It adds to it instead of making it more convoluted. But Rufus is going to be super important. I think he's going to be a great point of interest as far as like getting another take on what's happening. You know, he's a villain, but he's also very charismatic. He's calculated. We know about his history with Wutai, which is why I loved that bit. It was like an emissary from Wutai came to see you, and Rufus might look surprised there because he's like, we're not supposed to talk in public, you know, because he was funding operations to take out his dad and things like that with Wutai. He like with Avalanche, and so he's got ties with Wutai as well. So there's all this interesting stuff you could do with that character, and he's very much a gray character. I would say he's chaotic. He's chaotic evil, but I think he also strays into chaotic good. So he's definitely like an in-between kind of character, and that's what makes him so fascinating. The way he almost has a disdain for Hojo and the things Hojo does. Like in the original PS1 game, the lines he has with Hojo, there's this underlying disdain for Hojo, but he almost like he tolerates him and tolerates his meddling, his experiments and things like that. He tolerates Heidegger. It's like he tolerates these people that his dad hired. And really his people are the Turks. And we know the characterization of the Turks is like, we're at work, we do these bad things, we're at work, it's part of the job. When we're off work, we're off duty, you could probably chill with us, we could probably hang out. I think Rufus is a lot like that in many ways, and he's a fascinating guy. He's going to be a fascinating character to get to know in Rebirth. I'm really excited because the weapons I don't think are going to awaken till the end of this game, and they'll be running around in the third game. So Rufus isn't going to kind of get taken off the board. He doesn't die, but he gets taken off the board as far as the main Final Fantasy VII story goes. I think Game 3 is when that's going to happen, because he still has to be injured and stuff like that, because they said it can lead right into Advent Children by the end of this game. So we're going to have that going on. So that's still going to happen to Rufus, because if we're going right into Advent Children, that still has to happen to Rufus, right? Right? Because that's what they told us. I'm going by what they told us. I want to see his interactions with the party. I want to see more of him actually interacting with Cloud and company in Rebirth before Cloud descends into the live stream and all that kind of thing. I want to see more of his interactions with everybody. Him talking to people, how he talks differently to certain people. I wonder, like, he knows who everybody is. And like where he's worked with Avalanche, I would love to hear some lines, him talking to Barrett, like, like this underlying tone of saying something like, well, you were too extreme, or, I know about you, you were a little too extreme for Avalanche. I've been keeping an eye on you. All these little things like that you could do with character stuff. He's going to know who Aerith is, right? He's going to know who all these people are. He's so savvy, and it's going to be really wild and really fun to get to know that character even more in Rebirth. He's the character I've been looking forward to the most, like as far as like non-playable characters. Obviously Vincent is who I've looked forward to the most, but he's a playable character. As far as other characters in the story, even more so than Sephiroth, Rufus has been the most interesting character to me, because that, to me, is going to be one of the characters that helps stitch the story together. Bugenhagen's going to be one of those characters, Rufus, Hojo. You're going to have a few other characters in the story, and they may even introduce characters who weren't in the original game that will help enlighten people enjoying the story as well. So I really think that there is a lot of potential for Rufus Shinra. I'm excited about what they could be doing with that character, and I can't wait to see what they do with him and the Turks. The Turks are really interesting. I think Singh is going to have a more vital role in this game. Really hope we get that Singh boss fight. We never got it in the original. I hope we get it in this. So, and I'd be down for like another Rufus boss fight. Maybe Rufus and Singh. That would be cool. Rufus with the Turks. Oh man, you talk about hard. That would be a hard boss fight. That would be really awesome. And we've already seen some stuff in the trailer that wasn't in the original game, like Elena attacking the desert buggy. They're in the desert buggy driving, and then I think Elena either jumps out of a helicopter or something, and she lands on the hood of it. I'm like, that's new. That's new. All right, cool. Let's do it. Let's rock. So anyway, post your comments below. Let me know what you all think about that. Who are you looking forward to as far as like non-playable characters? Which character in the story are you looking forward to the most? I know a lot of people would say Hojo, some Sephiroth, but you know, you can play as Sephiroth in this game, so does he count as an NPC? I don't know. Maybe still. And all the hype for that Junon demo dropping tomorrow. I'm very excited about that. So until the next video, don't forget, tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. I will be streaming Nintendo Direct here on the channel, and then at 10:30 and 5 you'll still get your regular uploads, and then tomorrow night at 9 p.m. we are going to stream the Junon demo if everything still goes as planned with releases and stuff. So you all have a great day, be safe, be good to each other, keep rocking, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care.